Hey guys, it's Liz from Love Grows Wild, and today I'm going to give you a little video tour of our home and show you some spaces that have never been seen on the blog before. We're getting ready to start a big makeover in our living room, dining room area, and I really wanted to give you guys the opportunity to see the transformation from start to finish. Ever since we moved into this house about 3 years ago, I've never really given this space the attention it needs to be functional and comfortable for our family. And when I started thinking about all the design challenges that I have in this space, I realized that a lot of you guys probably have the same issues in your homes too. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little video tour and show you guys all the things that aren't really working for us right now and some of the ideas we have for what we'd like to see happen in here. So I'll tell you a little bit about our house. We live in this cute little farmhouse here in Indiana, and we are renters, but the house is family owned, so they're happy to let us decorate how we want. The house is older, so it has a lot of character and really interesting details that make it special. And I think with just a little bit of updating, we can really showcase those features that this house has to offer. So now I'll give you a little tour of our living room, dining room. Everything looks a little bare right now because after I took down all the Christmas decorations, I just wanted to have a nice blank slate to start with. These rooms are connected, which gives a nice open feeling, but it also creates some design challenges too. One of the main problems I have with our dining room is that it also serves as the entryway to our home. No one uses the front door because this door is closer to the driveway. So as soon as you walk into our house, you're standing in the dining room. Right now, I just have this little coat rack and a small basket to hold all of our coats and shoes, but as you can see, this clearly is not working for us. We have 4 people living in our house, and there always seems to be a mountain of shoes piled up in front of the door and coats hung all over the dining chairs, so we need to add some better storage for this space. I'd love to see maybe a cute little bench, lots of coat hooks, some additional shoe storage, and definitely somewhere to keep all these muddy boots we have. We're farmers, we live out in the country, so there's always dirty boots around the house. Part of the problem I've had in designing this space is feeling sort of stuck with what's already in here. We've been lucky enough to get lots of hand-me-down furniture from family, but it's a little crowded in here, and I'm realizing that there's a lot of pieces that just don't work for our space anymore. This big storage piece is actually getting moved into my office. It'll hold all my craft supplies, sewing machines, that sort of stuff. So this wall will be open then to create a better entryway for us. Our dining room table is cute. It's not exactly my style though, so it will be getting a makeover along with the chairs over the next few months. I'm not sure what I'll do with this little cart that sits here just yet, but it just doesn't look right sitting where it's at. It doesn't fit the space well. You'll notice there is a lot of wood going on in this house. We have beautiful hardwood floors that are original to the house, and I'd love to refinish them someday. But the wood trim, the windows, the doors, those all need to be painted white and updated. So moving on to the living room, there's really 3 main problems that I have with this space. First is the furniture placement. It looks kind of odd in here right now, but we had the Christmas tree right there in front of that window, so this is where the couches have sat since then. We have 2 doors over there, one leading to the front door and to my office, and this other one over here leads to the kitchen. Then we have this great big window that lets in a ton of natural light. We have baseboard heaters there, and more windows over here. So all of this makes it very hard to find a great fit for our furniture. I've had one of the couches sitting in front of that big window before, but because we don't have any overhead light fixtures on the ceiling, I really wanted to leave that big window open and let as much natural light in as possible. Another challenge I have in this space is that my sweet, darling husband, he usually doesn't ask for much when it comes to design and decorating, but he is very adamant about his big, comfy recliner staying in here. Definitely not my first choice in seating, but I really want this to be a space that the whole family loves and can enjoy, so that means that the recliner is staying. So we'll be rearranging all the furniture and making that big window the main focal point in the room and getting rid of any pieces that just don't fit well in the space anymore. You will also notice that we definitely like the color gray. I bought these couches before we moved in, and then we picked out a pretty gray beige color for the walls, and now we have a whole bunch of gray and wood tones going on in this room. My choice would probably be to paint all the walls in here white like I did my office, but my husband really likes the warmth and coziness of the gray walls, and I do too, so we've come up with a compromise to break up all this gray we've got going on without eliminating it altogether. One thing I've learned from my office makeover is to stop putting a Band-Aid over the bigger problems we have in our house. I can spend $100 on different throw pillows for the couch, but it's still not going to change the fact that I have gray couches against gray walls with dark wood trim that I just don't love. So I'm really excited to start making these long overdue changes to our living room, dining room area and finally have a space that works for us. So if you're not following me on Instagram yet, now would be a great time to do it because I'll be sharing lots of little sneak peeks of our progress along the way. Thanks for checking out our video tour.